On October 3rd, Mona, a beautiful woman, sent me a text. "It's been a long time," she said. "How have you been? I'm coming to the United States soon." On July 25th, Ray said he was going to travel to Italy soon and he wanted to ask my advice on something. On May 1st, Bella asked if this was still Danny's phone number. On April 5th, Linda sent me a message saying the quote for my home renovation was complete. On March 28th, Vandia told me that Anna had recommended me. And just yesterday, Jonathan offered to buy my house. Just one thing, I don't know Mona, I don't know Ray, I don't know Bella, Linda, Vandia, Anna, or Jonathan. I don't know what scams they were running exactly, but it's very likely that they were running pig butchering scams. Welcome to Plain English, where we help you upgrade your English with current events and trending topics. I'm Jeff in Mexico City. JR is the producer, and he has uploaded today's full lesson to plainenglish.com/525. Coming up today, pig butchering. It's an ugly name for an ugly scam. The latest version of a confidence scam comes from Southeast Asia and tries to get you to invest in cryptocurrency. And this scam is working on real people. In the second half of today's lesson, I'll show you what it means to show your true colors, and we have a song of the week. Let's get going. Pig butchering is a variation on an old scam, a confidence scam. In a confidence scam, a stranger slowly builds confidence with a victim over weeks or months. It's a slow, high-cost way of scamming a stranger, but the paydays can be big. You heard about romance scams in lesson 375. Pig butchering is a romance scam's crypto cousin. First of all, a note on the name. These scams are called pig butchering because the scammer takes a long time to fatten a pig, the victim, before slaughter. Here's how it works. A scammer creates a false identity, usually on a social media network like Instagram, WhatsApp, or even LinkedIn. The scammers then send messages to other numbers or profiles, faking a case of mistaken identity. These are the Monas, the Vandias, Rays, and Bellas that litter my own WhatsApp inbox. When a victim responds, the scammer tries to continue the conversation in any way possible. "Oh, you're not traveling to Italy? I'm so sorry. I'm so confused these days because my mother has been so ill. I must have gotten the wrong number. Please forgive me." If the target responds in any way, the scammer has a hook. The conversation might start with an innocent discussion of sick relatives, travel, mistaken identities, anything. It doesn't matter. The scammer just needs a reply, a spark, some way to keep a conversation going. And then the scammer befriends the victim, talking about anything and everything. It's like serendipity, a case of mistaken identity turned into a real online friendship. Over the course of weeks or months, scammers develop the friendship and drop hints that they're expert investors in cryptocurrency. They're careful to sprinkle these details in the conversation. Their crypto success is not the focus of the conversation, at least not yet. But it's usually enough to pique the victim's curiosity. And it's the victims who usually ask for more details about the crypto investing. And after building trust, the scammers generously offer their targets a chance to invest in crypto themselves. The scammers create fake websites, which are supposed to be investment accounts. And the victims, hoping to take advantage of the hot crypto market, the victims deposit a little bit of money in the fake investment accounts. Well, then, the investment accounts show an increase in value in the target's investment. This is part of building the confidence. Yes, you sent $1,000, but now look, it's a few days later and you have $1,200. Some scammers even let the targets withdraw the profits once, twice, 3 times, just to prove that the accounts are real. So the fake investment accounts show fake profits. The fake initial profits give the victims the confidence to invest more and more. If an investment is working, why not continue it? The genius of the scam is that the scammer doesn't ask for money. The victims are the ones who ask to invest more and more. But eventually, the victims want their money back. And that's when the scammers show their true colors. Here's a real example from a podcast I heard recently. One victim, a Chinese immigrant to the United States named Jane, she wanted to get her money back, over $600,000 that she had invested. When she attempted to withdraw it, the scammers told her there was a problem with her account and she needed to invest more money to access the money she already had in her account. That didn't seem right, so she called the investment account's customer service. But that, tragically, was part of the scam. They had a completely fake customer service phone line. The customer service agents convinced her to send in more money. She got the money from family. She sent another $600,000. At this point, she had put in over $1 million, but the account showed a balance of over $3 million. A nice profit. When she tried again to get her money out, the scammers told her she had to pay taxes on all of her gains. But she couldn't pay for it out of her balance. She had to send in more money to cover the taxes. She did. And guess what? The scammers told her she had to pay another fee before she could make a withdrawal. And that's when this victim knew it was a scam and called the police. And the police said there was nothing they could do. She had lost over $1 million of her own and her family's savings. Other people are not so lucky. The fees become more ridiculous. ProPublica details one scammer requesting a tax, then a security deposit, then a processing fee, then a fee to expedite the processing. One fee more brazen than the last. That victim said he had paid so much money that he kept giving in to the scammer's demands. Other victims are prompted to take out loans, cash in all their savings, even remortgage their homes. And it all starts from an innocent text, a wrong number, a case of mistaken identity. Sometimes the scammers gloat. They mock their victims just when the victims realized that they're being scammed. If you think that these scams only target people who aren't smart or savvy, think again. It's working on real people. And in the transcript and in our Facebook group, I'll link to a podcast episode where you can hear that woman in her own words, in her own voice, describe how she lost the money to pig butchering. Your heart breaks as you listen to her. Her whole savings is gone. She offered to divorce her husband. That's how ashamed she was of her mistake. It's very powerful. So go to plainenglish.com/Facebook or check out the transcript and find the link. Today's expression is a quick one: to show your true colors. To show your true colors is to act as you truly, authentically are. When you show your true colors, you reveal your character. On today's lesson, we talked about pig butchering scams. The fraudsters behind the pig butchering scams are running a confidence scam. So that means they don't sound like scammers at first. They don't even ask for money. What kind of a scammer doesn't ask for money? Well, these guys, their true character is as scammers, but they don't act that way at first. They act like they're being good friends. They don't ask for money. They manipulate their victims, so the victims ask to send them money. But eventually, the victims want their money back, and that's when the scammers show their true colors. That's when the scammers reveal their true character. Now, they're not friends anymore. Now they're asking for more and more money, putting more and more pressure on their targets. Now they're getting brazen. Now they're fattening the pig. Now they're scammers for real, and they're showing their true colors. They show what they truly are. I mentioned in a previous lesson that I'm rewatching Better Call Saul, a TV series that's a prequel to Breaking Bad. Over and over in the series, Jimmy, a lawyer, shows his true colors. Over and over, he tries to play it straight, to follow the rules, to get the professional job, to do things right. But Jimmy has a certain, a certain moral flexibility. He's not one to do things by the book, but he also wants to be accepted by Kim, his lawyer girlfriend. So every time Jimmy pretends to be one thing, his true colors eventually show. He goes into law practice by himself, trying to build a good reputation. But in doing so, he mocks his old employer by copying their logo and putting it on a billboard. He gets a job at a prestigious law firm, but then he acquires clients unethically. His true colors, his authentic character, eventually shows. It doesn't always have to be a negative thing. Sometimes average people without any history of standing out are put in a situation where they have to act heroically. Did you see the movie Sully? It came out in 2016, was directed by Clint Eastwood. Tom Hanks plays a pilot named Sully Sullenberger. He was a commercial airline pilot. Commercial airline pilots have a tough job, but you hope they never have to use their skills. You, as a passenger, hope everything goes smoothly. Well, it didn't. One day in 2009, U.S. Airlines Flight 1549 took off from New York City, heading for Charlotte, North Carolina. But birds flew into both engines and disabled both engines shortly after the flight took off. The pilot of the flight, Sully, showed his true colors that day. He showed his true character as a pilot who takes safety seriously. He was well trained and ready for an emergency. He landed the plane in the Hudson River, and all 155 people survived. Tom Hanks plays Sully in the movie. It's on Netflix. I was going to sneak ahead of JR this week and pick a song called True Colors. There are a bunch of them. But I just checked Airtable, where we track all our plain English information, and guess what? JR has already picked a song of the week. I wrote this lesson early, so I thought I'd get ahead of him, but he already picked one. And I cannot overrule JR on this. So, Glimpse of Us by Joji is the song of the week. Joji is a Japanese singer, and this song was the first time an Asian singer reached Spotify's global list of most played songs. It was number 1 on Spotify for 10 days. The song has just Joji's vocals and piano. A glimpse is like when you see something briefly. So Glimpse of Us by Joji is the song of the week. Thank you, JR. Well, that's all for today's Plain English lesson number 525. To get the full lesson, including the step-by-step walkthrough video, the transcript, translations, and exercises, visit plainenglish.com/525. We'll be back on Monday with a new topic. See you then.